How we doing? Sorry for the delay on that. I had to find I had to find royalty-free music because the last time I got clapped up by YouTube, and we don't want that to happen. Welcome everybody. How's it going? Let's get these all adjusted. All right, we got a fun show tonight. I got a bunch of things to go through. We're gonna look at We're going to go through and look at some of the weirdest things people are selling on the internet relating to sports. That'll be at the end of the show. I have asked AI what the Lakers could do in the offseason if they don't win a title this season. I really enjoyed seeing them beat the Warriors last night. But I think if you're being honest with yourself, that's not going to happen, I think, in Game 2. And I think in Game 3, you could maybe see the Lakers win another one. I just think it's going to be a really hard series for the Lakers. They rely on LeBron a lot right now, and I think LeBron's foot is hurt, and he is 38 years old. As my colleague Josiah Johnson pointed out, LeBron has played, 68,000 minutes or something like that. Steph Curry has played 35,000, and they are 3 years apart in age or something like that. A big difference. I mean, it's obviously, it hurts. What's up, Zach? Break out the Raptor. AK, don't tempt me with a good time. I'll fucking get into Raptor in a minute. I think it's just going to be a hard series. I mean, LeBron has so many fucking minutes on his body at this point. It's not fair to think or expect that he's going to be able to do what he's done in years past. So someone else is going to have to step up. I mean, they're going to need big games from D'Lo. They're going to need Vanderbilt to figure out how to score double-digit points every time they go out there. They're going to probably need at least 18 from AR, and they're going to need about 30 to 40 a game for 30 to 40 a night from Anthony Davis. I'm going to pull something up because I think when we get into the basketball reference section of the show, it will help just to put into perspective. Because, I'm trying to remember, I think it was Sirat Sohi, who I worked with at Yahoo. Great NBA follow, super talented writer. And she was talking about, unicorns don't stay healthy. And volume up for you. Unicorns don't stay healthy, and it's too bad because, when they do, it's breathtaking. And unfortunately for us, bro, the Ollipops are so fucking good. We'll get to it. We're gonna talk some we're gonna talk some shit about Joel. That's unfortunately gonna happen. It is just wild to me how few people are online tonight because, frankly, no one gives a shit about this series like they do the Lakers series. And, it's a bummer. I get, going into tonight, I was like, oh, there'll be 2 games. And then I was, getting ready for everything. I'm like, oh, fuck, we only have 1 game tonight. So, let's just start with this. Okay, first and foremost, not great. Not great if you're a Joel Embiid guy. I love Embiid. It's just, this is a hard thing to return from that injury and get handed an MVP award and only go out and have 15 points and 3 boards. And he doesn't quite look comfortable. I mean, he's one of the best bigs in the league, but you can tell he's hurting. He goes out there and pretty much shits the bed. I mean, dude, the whole team looked awful tonight. I love James Harden, and it was awesome that he had a vintage Harden night. But anyone that thought Harden was going to be able to dial up 45, then another 45, then another 35, that dude is gone. And part of me wonders, did James Harden spend all his fun bucks on game 1 of this series, which was a huge win? Obviously, taking home court advantage away from Boston. Bro, they should have sat Embiid tonight. Embiid got the pity MVP. They got to bench an MVP. I don't think they should bench an MVP necessarily. It's a really hard position to put Embiid in. I had this great video pulled up. I lost a bunch of stuff when I was loading this in. I think anytime you win an MVP, you know that the guys that you're going against are going to be just going at you full bore. And you saw it tonight, Grant Williams watched Joel Embiid flop right at his feet, and he kind of looked at the camera dog, are you serious? This cannot be right. Yeah, there we go. I mean, but man, weird point lines from guys tonight. I mean, just you lost this badly, and Tatum was 1 of 7 tonight. You lost that badly like that? I don't really understand. I don't understand how you have a night like that when the Celtics' best player doesn't do shit. And it wasn't like Jaylen Brown gave you a 50 piece. So I think if you're the Sixers, this is pretty scary. You had Embiid back, and maybe the offense was just we're gonna feed Embiid, and he's back. He's the MVP. We gave him the rollie. James gave him the rollie, and we're just going to let him cook. And he's super injured still. So, here we go. I want to watch. Oh, fuck. Here we go. All right. House of Highlights has this up. It's the night that Hakeem Olajuwon. I think I can play some of this on here. We'll see how long this lasts. Theater mode. I believe this was the night that Hakeem had to watch David Robinson take his MVP, and Hakeem
determination. San Antonio there with a lot of
32.6 a game.
Barbecued this man.
That should have been the first play of the game.
I mean, they just fed him every single play, all goddamn night. There's this story. I think it was Kenny the Jet that tells this story, so someone in the chat can correct me. But there's this story that Kenny told before where Hakeem came up to him, and while they're handing the MVP trophy to David Robinson across the court, Hakeem came up to Kenny and was like, he has my MVP trophy. And he had this look in his eye I'm going to demo that man. I mean,
3-on-1, 4-on-1.
He's
penetration will free up guys.
Get that shit out. Just altering every shot.
In Houston.
I mean, just making a point to MVP voters, which, the shame of this is Embiid ducked Jokic after saying I deserve it. And Jokic in this playoffs has been sick. I mean, it's not Embiid's fault he was hurt, but just let's make sure we put, perspective on it. They didn't get to play each other. And obviously you're not going to get a David Robinson moment because Giannis ain't there. I mean, Tatum could, but again, I love Tatum. I still think there's little bits of room to grow before he should be in these final 3 for MVP. Tonight, if Tatum was really ready to be MVP, he has more than 7 points, right? If he's ready to be I'm next in line, he has 47 tonight. And 7.7 boards, 3 assists is a great night if you're, Dylan Brooks. But bro, you're the guy that people keep saying this is the year you're going to grab that MVP trophy. What do we have in the chat? Ooh, chat's moving. I love this. Okay, Celtics in 5 or 6. I'm not sure if it will be Celtics in 5 or 6. I think great question. Celtics in 5 or 6. I mean, I told John and Shazai, Doc Rivers. Who said it? Who called it? Adam. Doc Rivers remembered he's supposed to choke play him. I was shocked. I thought they'd go up again. I thought they'd go up 2-0, and then he'd trick off the lead. Doc Rivers, as he gets older, he just gets more efficient. Win game 1, trick off the rest of the series. Cabo next. By the way, the Cabo, Cancun on 3, that shit. If you're an NBA player, like, at what point are you like, I will not go there once the season ends? At what point are you like, which I get it, Cabo, Cancun, lovely places to go. But at what point are you like, I got to go somewhere else? It would sting to me too much to like go to this place that everyone makes that same joke about. Especially to bring Embiid back on the road, saving him for the home crowd. Yeah, bro. That's AK makes a great point. You save, I mean, obviously he's going to get the MVP award game 3 in Philly, and that'll be good. But like, why make him do this? I get maybe AK, the idea is like you bring Embiid back early, he shakes the rust tonight, you get the bad one out of the way, and then he can ball out in Philly. I mean, they were saying like there's not much restriction on him. You saw the brace, so I'm calling cap just looking at how giant that brace was. And then on top of that, 27 minutes, second fewest minutes among starters, and only 3 rebounds. And so like, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do, but it's not great when, I mean, James Harden is a very good rebounder. That's always been the case, but it's not great when, Embiid is 4th in rebounds, and then the guy he's tied with is your other point guard. So I'm not sure how free and clear he is to like get back to beating ass like he was once doing. Hakeem murdered it, bro. Like Hakeem cooked this game. Here you go. Look at this. I mean, he got fuck out of here. And like, this isn't shaming Embiid. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, Embiid has to go out and do this. But like, you knew they were going to come for you this game in Boston. The Boston crowd, they're just such demons. You could hear the joy in their voices when Embiid like missed a pretty I forgot who was, threw kind of the lob to him, and he didn't dunk it, but he just caught it and flipped it at the rim and missed the layup. Got to do your Mykins, Joel. What a shitty drill that is. If anyone's ever had to do Mykins, you know how terrible that is. Embiid is not even a top 10 player in the playoffs. But like, I mean, indeed, like, I understand why you're saying that, but I think you have to put it in perspective of like Embiid in the playoffs. So many of the years he's been hurt, and like he's been pretty good in the playoffs. Like, hold on a sec, we'll pull up his playoff record right now. Embiid, here you go. I mean, Embiid's been good in the playoffs. I think it's hard because he's been hurt a lot. So you don't get to see it as much. But like, here you go. I'll move this over so y'all can see it. Here you go. This is Embiid's career log from the playoffs. Let's jump. I mean, like, yeah, not great here, but like, where the fuck is points? I can never. Oh my God. Well, oh, there we go. All right. So, I mean, let's see where there we go. Jesus Christ. Come on, Zach. All right. So, like last year, 19, 31, 33, 21, 20, 33, out 2 games, 18, 24, 17, 20. All right, to Nandeed's point. Correct. Not great. Then this first round, 26, 20, 14, injured. I don't fault him necessarily because I think he always gets hurt. And I also think that, like, it's hard on your body, but like, 2021, 39, 40, 27, 17, 37, 22, 31. Got eliminated. I'm not going to blame him for that shit. Like, that dude's out here working. in those games. He's been injured a lot, though, so, like, that part is fair. Let's see. What do we got? Adam says Harden gifted Embiid the Rolex Khloe Kardashian gave him before he dumped her. AK, Dream isn't talked about enough amongst all-time greats. It's true. I mean, it's almost criminal how little we mention Hakeem in the top 10, top 15 list. It sort of just feels like he's kind of forgotten, which is shameful because, like, not only do bigs go to Hakeem to learn how to be better at being bigs, but, like, your favorite guard, small forward, whatever, has gone to Hakeem and been like, teach me the ways of your footwork. I mean, he's like a fucking Jedi as far as footwork and understanding how to work and do all of that goes. Like, we don't talk enough about it. AK is absolutely right. Nandy, Celtics versus Warriors happening again. Bro, I can't deal with another Celtics Warriors series. I think the Nuggets are really good. I don't know. I think I worry if the Nuggets play the Warriors that the Nuggets are going to barf all over the ball because, like, the Lakers looked really scared that last night when they made that run. And I just think the Nuggets have heard that they're the team to beat enough years and tricked it off enough times to, like, allow that to really be loud in their own head. I don't know if the Warriors get past the Lakers. Tatum is a fraud. LOL. JB is their guy. I disagree. Like, I think that you should probably, like, if you were going to build the franchise, and you want ahead to go, I think it's a lot easier call to send Jaylen Brown away. Whether that's right, depends on what you think of defense and all of that. But I love Jason Tatum, and I think Jason Tatum's ceiling as an offensive guy is higher than Jaylen Brown's, but Jaylen Brown's defense is much better. I think that the thing with Jason Tatum that's frustrating for me is that, like, he looked like an MVP candidate for stretches of this year. It faded. And then, like I was saying, you're going against the MVP. Famously, like, guys that are MVP caliber players are like, when I play the MVP, I'm going to light them on fire. And this was Jason Tatum's chance to do it. And you have 7 points tonight. You put up, like, a triple single Draymond night. Like, not great. He's not even efficient in the playoffs. He lost to Trae Young. He did. He has lost to Trae Young. I mean, they lost games to Trae Young. Embiid is the only MVP in history who has never got out of the second round. Is that true? I mean, the worst look is when they give MVP to guys that get knocked out in the first round of the playoffs. And I think it's only happened a handful of times. I think it happened to Russ. I could be wrong, but I think the year Russ won it. And I'm pretty sure the year Dirk won it, he got knocked out in the first round of the playoffs. Was that the year that the We Believe Warriors knocked the Mavs out? Chat, can someone verify that for me? I think it's the Nuggets year. Blah, blah, blah. I agree, Zach. Nuggets are tough. Jokic may be the best player in the league ahead of Seth. Yeah, bro. They gave Jaylen Brown a giant duffel bag to go to Cal for 1 year. And the crazy thing is, the guy that gave Jaylen Brown that duffel bag, his name is Yanni or something like that. He's the one. You ever go to a grocery store and see those Lemon Perfect bottles? That guy that runs that company was the bag man that got Jaylen to go to Cal. And then when Jaylen got to the league, he then invested in that guy's lemon water company. And now, bro, that company's got to be making a shitload of money because that stuff is in gas stations. It's in Whole Foods. Lemon Perfect. If you ever see Lemon Perfect, just think to yourself, that exists there because someone gave Jaylen Brown a duffel bag full of cash when he was in high school. And Jaylen's a good-ass dude. Remembered that person and invested in their idea. So there you go. Not true. Dirk, we believe here. Yes, it was. Yes, Dirk KO'd MVP here. Seeing KO'd and Dirk is so much harsher. Oh, God. We're going against the Pat Bev pod, guys. Come on, chat. Send these links out to your friends. We're not that far off from the Pat Bev pod, guys. They only got 300 viewers. So we just need 330 more viewers, and we're going to pass them. So send the links to your friends. I appreciate everyone in the chat. Thank you for explaining. I don't know if that's sarcasm, sugar-free, but you know what? It's something I think of every time I go to a grocery store. Do we want to go Lakers next? I mean, I think that's probably where we should go. Can I ask, like, do we think... Oh, actually, I know what I was going to show you guys. Here you go. Okay, so I love AD, and seeing what AD did last night, just to put it into perspective, I just want to show people this stretch of games that Shaquille O'Neal had during some of these playoff runs where he kind of he obviously had Kobe, but like he had to carry these Lakers teams. I love Derek Fisher, but like that guy was fucking terrible at times. All right, here we go. Let's see, title years. All right, let's just go to 2000. So like I love AD, and this is basically what Shaq did for the Lakers. So, like, just to put it in perspective, what AD will probably have to do for this Lakers team to make it to a finals, he's going to have to do what Shaq did during this 2000 finals run. And obviously, this 2000 team had Kobe on it, a young Kobe at that, but, like, you know, not the Kobe that we all associate as Kobe. So, Shaq had to go. Let's just start the second round. 37-38. Sorry. 37-14 rebounds, points and rebounds. 37-14, 38-20, 37-17, 24-9, 15-15. And then the next round, he had 41-11, 23-11. I mean, it's preposterous. And then in the finals that year, he had 43-19, 40-24, 33-13, 36-21, 35-11, 40-12. Like, I'm just saying, I don't think AD will do this. I'm simply saying, for Lakers to win this title this year, that is what AD is going to have to put up. And I don't know if modern NBA defenses would allow for someone to do that. I also think that the way AD plays, or rather, if AD tried to play in the way that Shaq played, his body would just explode or implode. Like, Shaq was obviously to Wale's point, Shaq, very different player than AD. Like, very different. And I'm not saying they are similar. I'm just simply saying, from like just a big man perspective, the Lakers are going to need basically 43-19, 40-24, 33-13 any given night this round, next round finals. That's what they need from him. That's my point. Adam, I also thought fully that Looney was going to just make AD's life hell, because Looney is a guy that is very defensively sound, as big. He's really good at rebounding, and he's smart and knows how to like flash when you turn your back, or like, you know, back cut on you and wide open easy buckets. And so AD played it super well and just destroyed Looney. I mean, I think there are people that were like, oh, Looney can keep up with AD, and me being one of them, we're so fucking wrong. That being said, this next game, like Steve Kerr is a genius. Like this next game, they're going to make AD's life hell. Like, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to hard foul him. That's where it's shitty. Like this is the interesting thing. Will Draymond hard foul fellow clutch bag getter Anthony Davis? I don't think Draymond has the stones to foul one of his clutch brethren. I don't think Draymond Green has the plums to hard foul a fellow clutch guy in Anthony Davis. one of the things that made me laugh was LeBron hit the deck right in front of AD, okay? Hit the deck right in front of AD. Sorry, LeBron hit the deck right in front of Draymond, and you could see how bad Draymond wanted to go give him a hand up. Couldn't do it, though, because we all saw the report that came out that Draymond asked Steve Kerr if he could leave the team's road trip to go watch LeBron break the record. And they were like, I don't know if you know this, Draymond, but you have basketball to play, and we need to make the playoffs. Fuck no, you're not going to go watch your buddy LeBron break this record. So, like, Bron hits the deck right in front of Draymond. You could see how bad Draymond wanted to help him up, and he couldn't because everyone would have laughed about that. And Draymond, he'll tell you he doesn't care. He may not care, but he hears it. He hears it. Let's see what we have. I don't trust AD and Bron to get past that. I don't either. I think at least the Lakers can't get swept. That's what we were saying last night. At least the Lakers can't get swept. I do want to pull this up because I thought this was one of the worst shots I have ever seen, bro. Oh, Jesus Christ. Here we go.
He's got to get off it, though. He's got to get off it.
Anybody else? What?
Oh, my God. He can't be
Ain't
serious.
no way.
Taylor, what's wrong with that shot, guys? What's wrong with that shot?
Hold on now.
Can I see it again?
You know how they say there's that thing where, like, NBA players have a really bad habit of, like, lying in front of Malika and Taylor Rooks? Halliburton's lying right now. I love him. I think Tyrese Halliburton is a star. But, like,
Who's taking it? It's who's
I'm not mad at
Where
that. It's like,
did he take that from?
What do you want to do? Take a dribble?
Dog, just 10 seconds left in the game.
But what if you're not going to get a better shot than that? You
Look
going
at
to be
this. Look at this.
no contest?
Look at this.
I'm sorry. I'm cool if I'm going to
He's
stay.
shooting where Darvin Ham is.
that's so bad.
Get off the Henny.
I cannot.
No way.
Guys, come on.
No way.
I mean,
Jose.
sick if they lose this one, which
They're going to.
You know what that is? That's analytics. You think because he
You don't
can
like
shoot.
that shot?
Not one bit. He don't
I'm
like
not
that
mad.
shot.
yeah.
Look
Well,
at
I mean,
him.
Jordan was like, I had the high hand, I was having a good game. I'm not
I'm not
excusing
mad
it.
at that shot. He's wide open.
Dog. From that far away with 10 seconds, and you have an advantage?
I'm shooting it. I'm shooting it if I'm Jordan. So I feel you, Jordan. I would have shot that too.
That's why you're here with us.
Such a good line. Such a good line. Here's the thing. I love Tyrese Halliburton. It's a stupid shot, especially when, like, and I get it, they quickly doubled to Steph, and they were, like, basically sort of setting a trap for if they swung it to Clay. So, like, I get it, but there was so much time left on the clock. Like, reset, get your look for Steph. They're going to try and ball deny for sure, but you had enough time to do something. And, like, I know Steve Kerr's smart enough to recognize, like, sure, there will be an initial double on the first look for Steph. Let's have something else ready. The look was not Jordan shoot it from fucking a country mile away and just hope for the best. Carlton vibes, truly Carlton vibes. Green's left for Braun is like the meme when the dude sees the girl he's cheating at the dinner and can't say anything. There's a clip early in the year where Green chatting with Braun on the Warriors bench. The Warriors like, what the fuck, we're losing. I don't know if you saw the clip where Steph Curry was walking over to the bench and Braun followed him and was sort of chatting with someone either behind the bench. I don't know if it was a fan or someone on the Warriors staff that was behind their bench that was making this conversation. But you could tell not one person on that Warriors bench wants to look at LeBron. Not one person. Like they looked, it was like Medusa came to their bench. They were all so scared to look at him. Let me see if the clip's in Reddit because I may be able to pull it that way. But they looked terrified that LeBron was standing right there. And I mean, I don't blame them. Like they just saw what happened to Dylan Brooks. You don't want to deal with that. You don't want that for yourself. All right? Like simple as that. Oh, what else? If Poole took an extra step forward, Vanderbilt would have punched that shot. True. I'm not saying that like it wouldn't have gotten blocked if he tried to dribble, but like you had no one in front of you. And obviously like the Lakers defense knows you need a three, so like a drive is not necessarily the smart play, but like you could I mean, I could be wrong, but like look, he could have
What?
There's someone in the corner here.
Oh my God.
Clay's in the corner, like dribble handoff, and it's a single coverage there. So you dribble over to the corner, hand off to Clay. Clay's coming off one, trying to shoot that. My point is, it shouldn't be Jordan Poole, and it shouldn't be Jordan Poole from damn near the logo. Like there's not much you're gonna say to me that's gonna make me be like, no, you're right. Like Jordan Poole shooting that was good. Not to come at you. Oh, what the fuck was he thinking? Poole is high all the time. Bro, Poole, I love his confidence. It's hard to quantify how he plays yet because he's like, he can get, he has like JR Jamal Crawford. He's like a JR Jamal Crawford hybrid. Okay. Like he'll do the JR shit. He has the bag like Jamal. Not quite as good of a handle, but like, my point is, as far as like historic green light guys go, Jamal Crawford, J.R. Smith, like it's our time. Like we're shooting that shit. Jordan Poole lives by the same level of self-belief. And it's something I wish I had. Like if I believed in myself as much as Jordan Poole does, do you know how great I could be? But I don't. Let's see what else do we got here. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just get the AK. Take a lap, mixing of water. Wiggins was under the rim when he received the ball. Wiggins under the rim when he received the ball. Indeed, I don't know what you mean there. Every game where Poole has the ball after the clock is off, he ends up on ground or misses. Bro, Poole hit 2 shots in that game where you were kind of looking at it like, dog, you just threw that shit at the hoop. And one of them, he got the and one 3, and it went in. And one of them, he wanted another and one 3, and it was like he just fired that shit at the rim. Just the no fucking arc, just straight at the backboard. What else do we have in the chat? Every game, I think Poole's biggest issue in end of game moments is his clock gets way sped up. That's probably the great way to put it. AK saying, I think Poole's biggest issue in end of game moments is his clock gets sped way up. It's probably very hard to be Jordan Poole in those moments where it's like I think I have the self-belief that I can be the guy to deliver for us on this same team as Steph and Clay and Wiggins, who's very fucking good. I obviously don't want that ball in Draymond's hands, but my point is it's probably hard. Like you're sort of thinking to yourself, like, I can't fuck this up. They're going to be very mad at me if I do. I had this meme up the other day, after, because this is how I felt watching it. This was how I felt watching it. Was like you ever have like your mom say like don't do some shit and then you do it and she's just like, and you're like, I did the thing you told me not to do. That is what this interaction looked like. This was Poole after he shot the shot, like I fucked up, and this was Steph, just like I gave you a god level game and we wasted it again. Like, dog, give me the fucking ball. Why are you shooting that? Curry said Braun was joking. He had to guard him. Yeah, so Sugar Free knows what I'm talking about. There's the clip of Braun walking to the bench, and he basically, Steph said that Braun walked him all the way over to basically like, if I let you have even a second of space, you're going to hit a 3 on us somehow. Great joke. Like, classic kind of old dad humor that I love from LeBron. I mean, this is not like a bad dad joke at all. It's, it's a good one. Okay, I wonder if Kerr told them to get a shot up ASAP so they could foul on the miss too. I'd have to look at like their historical. I'd have to look at their historical breakdown on like end of game situations and things like that. Like, do they usually go quick as opposed to like try and hit the buzzer beater? My guess though is Kerr. My guess is that Kerr, the look was not like pass Jordan Poole 90-foot 3-pointer. Like the look was probably swing the ball. Like first, usually what it would be is you have like two looks that you would go out there with. The first thing they try to start and they don't let Steph get going on it. And then the second look would be you would reset, try to get the ball over to Clay. And if you can either get it to him on like a dribble handoff or get it to Clay, and Steph is now running off every goddamn body he can to try to even just get single coverage because they were doubling him so hard. So my guess is that it was not get the ball off as quick as possible. I would think Kerr would have been like, we need a good shot, get a three. Or maybe the note was like, shoot it if you're open. And Jordan Poole's like, well, there's no one in front of me. I must be open. I think Poole starts tomorrow. Draymond's done. Bro, I was shocked Draymond didn't get tossed. I went to go look to see if any sports books out there had Draymond Green ejection or technical foul odds for this next game. Bro, his blood pressure at all times must be just at a fucking 11, dude. Like, how do you live your life like that? Where you just are so fucking mad all the time. All right, while we're on the Lakers subject, I did want to go through this. Okay. I asked sorry, let me just tee this up because I know I'm gonna want to make clips of this. So one of the things that AI struggles with, by the way, Chad, is like it can never figure out who's still on the roster. So this is something that like I think it needs to work on because like a lot of the content it's giving you is very old. All right. Sorry. Okay, here we go. I asked AI how the Lakers could win a title in 2024, and this is what it told me. All right. It's obviously, even AI loves to blame Russ. AI will slander Russell Westbrook. Shame on AI. It never knows that he's like not on the roster anymore because it has learned from like old articles, and there's obviously a lot more old articles about how bad Russ was while he was on the team, and he's not on the team anymore. Lakers need someone who can run the offense and create shots for himself and others. Some possible trade targets: Damian Lillard. I mean, bro, Lakers fans have been begging for Damian Lillard since like 2018. He ain't coming to LA. We don't talk enough about this, but like there was a fucking night during the summer a few years ago where AD and LeBron lured Damian Lillard to a home, filled him with wine, and Damian Lillard still didn't come to the Lakers. Okay, they tried their absolute hardest to get that man to run from the fucking grind, and he still didn't do it. Now, the caveat with that is Damian Lillard now has his bag. Like, he's getting, his deal was crazy. Isn't it like $65 million or something like that a year for the next 2 years? So I don't even think the Lakers have the cap space necessarily if they wanted to get him. They could probably try and figure it out. Anyway. Option 2, Chris Paul. Let me just say this. Fuck no. We wanted Chris Paul. Sorry. Fuck no. The Lakers wanted Chris Paul. They tried to get him several different ways. Lakers fans have begged for Chris Paul to get here since 2012, 2013, whatever year that trade got vetoed by David Stern, wherever he is, above, below, whatever. That shame on him for that Chris Paul trade because I think Kobe gets one more ring if Chris Paul comes to Lakers. So shame on David Stern. But that being said, I don't want him, bro. Like, we already have LeBron. You can't have your point guard and your basically second point guard be as old as those guys are. There are too many minutes on those bodies to be like, yeah, they can help us on a deep playoff run. And then James Harden. I love James Harden, but like tonight is more the like what you're going to get from James Harden night in, night out of a playoff series. I think James Harden would be a way better piece in this Lakers offense than, Russell Westbrook was. But like, they need someone who's going to give them more points than what did James have tonight? 12 points, 10 boards. Like, that's a good game, but like Lakers need someone that are going to give them 25 every night of the playoffs. And so Dame is probably the only one on this list. Another need for the Lakers is 3-point shooting. The team thought another need for the Lakers is 3-point shooting. That has been fucking true since they won in the bubble. The team shot just 33% from 3. Possible trade targets. Buddy Hield. Again, I'd love that. I feel for Buddy Hield because I think that Buddy Hield really wanted to come to LA, and I think Buddy Hield was pretty hurt when that trade fell apart. I wouldn't blame him. Duncan Robinson, no thank you. Unless Austin Reeves leaves, go get Duncan Robinson. LeBron needs kind of like a cold white dude to hit shots. But Duncan Robinson does not do Duncan Robinson things like he once did. But listen, Duncan, you want to come out here? Great life. And then Joe Harris. And I feel bad saying this, but like, is Joe Harris even good anymore? The Lakers could also use another big man. Again, this is pulling from last year's data. These are big men. They said it says Miles Turner. No, that obviously cannot happen because he's just signed an extension. Jared Allen, I don't think that can happen. And Robert Williams won't happen. Lakers, I don't think would trade for him. These are trades that suggested Russell Westbrook for Damian Lillard. AI, do fucking better, man. Like, come on. What are we even fucking doing? So there you go. That's AI thinks. AI thinks like every deranged Lakers fan. Go get Damian Lillard. That's the Lakers' answer. Okay, what do we have in the chat? Let's see. Is Kyrie to Lakers still a thing? Well, what was the report? Let me pull this up. I'll move it over in a sec. The report that came out this week was, here it is. Hey, let's get this Sports Illustrated one because I trust them a little bit more. Or just, I trust it'll have a little bit more details in this article. All right. Lakers disinterested in Kyrie Irving. Mavs remain optimistic about free agency. They shouldn't be. They should not be optimistic. I think that ultimately that will be a trade that causes Luka Doncic to leave their organization at some point. But for now, continue to be optimistic because that's probably really all you have. There are many dominoes to fall in the coming months that will set the landscape for the NBA offseason. One of those being Dallas Mavericks guard Kyrie Irving. I mean, bro, he came to a Laker game, a Laker playoff game, and sat courtside. Like, I think he would really like to go. I think it's weird that the Lakers were like, fuck no, we don't want him already. But on Monday, Tim Cato of The Athletic, who is a Bay Area guy. He's a Dallas guy, my bad. On Monday, Tim Cato of The Athletic reported that despite Irving appearing courtside at Game 6 to witness former championship running mate LeBron James and the Lakers' series-clinching win versus the Memphis Grizzlies on Friday, quote, the Lakers are disinterested in pursuing him, parentheses, Irving in free agency, due to the success Los Angeles has seen with the revamped roster. Acquiring Irving would mean the Lakers having to break up their current group. So I think I don't think that's a lie. What do you guys think? Let's see. James Harden in LA would be like Dennis Rodman in Vegas. Harden had a fake game 1. Houston strip clubs are calling Harden's name. James Harden is going to go back to Houston. But James Harden is from LA. Like, I don't think he would go to the Clippers necessarily, but James Harden's from LA. Like, maybe he goes to the Lakers. I think he's going to have to weigh it out. Like, I think he tried his best to do the like super team friendly deal this year. And I think he'll obviously opt out and go somewhere else. I'd be curious to see what that Rockets team, like that Rockets team is kind of sick because there's so many young, cool pieces. Let's see. Joe Harris is still in the league. Kyrie also into the Warriors or Kings game 7. Yeah, I mean, if Kyrie went to the Warriors, I would be so devastated. But, like, I find it hard to believe that the Warriors would want Kyrie. Like, they're they're sort of like the Patriots in a way. Like, I just think that they're like, we know our guys, and he's not really one of our guys. And I think that they would sort of be like, thanks, but no thanks. James to Houston, but Lakers would. I mean, yeah, they would love to have James. It would be very cool if James was back in LA. Lakers showed interest in Irving at the trade deadline. It looked to be the favorite to reunite Irving with James, but they opted to add multiple pieces opposed to a singular piece, which is, I mean, that's the only reason the Lakers made the playoffs, and it's the only reason the Lakers advanced to the second round of the playoffs is because they had depth. Like, Rui wasn't part of that trade, but, like, they needed everything they got from Rui. Like, Jared Vanderbilt was huge. D'Angelo Russell won them that fucking Game 7. Like, I don't even know if Kyrie would have been healthy enough to play. Like, I just don't think the Lakers would want him. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have? Should we run? What else? Okay. I lost all my tabs right before we got into this. So I appreciate everyone hanging in here. I did want to show you, like, every week I've been trying to find weird sports merchandise that, like, people want to buy. We've done Nikes that no one should own and Nike won't even make anymore. And I can explain those. I think everyone in the chat knows what those are. This is obviously a very famous example of the kind of sports memorabilia I'm talking about, where it's like, it's really dark, but you're probably like looking at this and you're like, bro, a 90s Mark Jackson card for $25. The fuck is that about? Well, if you look super close at this card, if you look super close to this card, right here are the Menendez brothers, who basically murdered their parents and took the inheritance money they got, and among the shit that they bought on their spending spree was courtside tickets, and their photo shown in this photo right here. Like, that's very eerie and creepy and weird. And in that same vein, I was like, bro, the shoes were the craziest one. All right, for those that don't know, I'll just fucking pull it up. For those that don't know, and Vice has an article about this that you can read, these are known as the Heaven's Gate Nikes because there was, in the 90s, a cult where people drank a bunch of poison and died, and everyone was wearing these Heaven's Gate, these Nikes. Everyone was wearing them that died. So, we don't want to get into that. It's pretty spooky. But those shoes, people collect those, dog. Like, Nike will not make that. It kind of looks like a Cortez mixed with like an Air Max, basically, the shoe does. Nike won't make those in that colorway. Someone tried to make Nike, or someone at Nike tried to push through like a Nike SB called Heaven's Gate, and it's like you can only buy a sample. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Yeah, it's just, I don't know how they got these released, but people call these the Heaven's Gates. The people were also wearing like these purple jumpsuits, and we're back. I'm sorry, bro. You put me here. Basically, they wore these like purple sweatsuits and rocked those Nikes, so that they had these dunks. I don't think these ever sold. One of the most talked about Nike SBs of 2008 was the scrapped Heaven's Gate Dunk High Premium. So it's crazy that they even got this close to releasing these. There's no way they were going to be called the Heaven's Gates, but crazy. Anyway, bro, you can buy a ticket stub from Malice at the Palace. Chat, I don't know if you saw how much it was up for. I don't think you can see it right now. How much money, please, in the chat, do you think a Malice at the Palace ticket, just the stub, is selling for? Anyone know? Any ideas? original price of the ticket, $50. $50 for a ticket in lower bowl. I mean, I guess it is in Detroit. So, but bro, $1,900 just for the ticket. I gotta be honest, like owning this ticket would be so sick. Oh man, there's another one I think on here. Yeah, here you go. I don't know why these look so different. Oh, a season ticket versus maybe one someone bought at the gate. This one, way worse condition, still $1,400. Let's see, Adam said $5K, $100, $10K, $500. Bro, $1,400 just for the stub. This one seems like someone forgot about this stub and like they found it in a jacket pocket and they're like, bro, I bet I could sell this shit. If it was the stub of the dude stacks laid out, that's worth the price. Yeah, bro. If you had the fucking guy that looked like Turtle from Entourage, I wonder what else they have from Malice at the Palace. Let's see. Rare ticket. There are a lot of tickets from the game. $4,000, bro. Like, what are we doing? Framed. Why is this signed? This seems like a steal, no? Oh, indeed, I wish. I wish. My girlfriend and I talked about it. I didn't realize Rick Carlisle was on the staff. Like, you can see him right here trying his absolute hardest, and he's not going to do shit. I am not going, sadly, to any of the games so far. But fingers crossed, if anyone's got a free ticket and wants to send it my way, let me know. What is this? This can't be. Are these supposed to be pieces of the jersey? I think this is just from the season. This is not authenticated as from the game. This shit would be worth so much more if it was from the Malice at the Palace fight. So not much out there. Like, let me see. Let me see if someone's ever auctioned off something crazy. Yeah, I'm looking. There's not much out there. So anyway, I'm glad we made it to this part of the show where I get to go into crime and violence. I appreciate the people in the chat. Chris Mim getting okay. Now I see why people were bringing that up. I didn't have the Twitch chat pulled up, so it's a little harder for me to see. Bro, if the cup was for sale, the cup, do you know how much that would have been worth? But no one grabbed that. Like, that shit happened, and it's so chaotic. Like, you're not thinking, like, I gotta grab shit to, like, put in the museum. You know what I mean? Like, you're kind of like, I gotta get the fuck out of here before they start shooting tear gas. And indeed, I appreciate you. Chad, I think we are. Indeed, I think you're not far ahead of me. I'm gonna wrap here. We've been going for about an hour, I believe. Let me just look at the schedule really fast when I'll be live again. NBA. I believe I will be live Sunday night, depending on that slate. Let's see. Sunday, you've got Celtics, Sixers, Nuggets, Suns. All right, I'll be live after Nuggets, Suns Sunday night. So tap in for that. I appreciate everyone staying with me as long as they did tonight. I love doing these. I'll keep making the clips from these, and I really appreciate everyone tapping in and enjoying these. These are a ton of fun for me to work on, and we will be back again Sunday night. Hit the sub button, and I'll be back then. So thank you guys for tapping in, and I will see everybody back Sunday.